Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Our featured matchup tonight in Chicago, where the Bulls will be going up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they lost Game 1 in this matchup earlier this season. They'll see them 4 times in all, looking to even the series with a win tonight. And Coach Fred Hoiberg, the mayor, a decade in the NBA.
At center, Nikola Vucevic. At the other guard position, Evan Fournier. At the other forward position, Aaron Gordon. The head coach of the visiting team is Frank Wolf.
Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. For the Magic, this is the last game before heading back to Florida and Orlando. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And making it look easy. I mean, a terrific run. And who knows, this may just be the tip of the iceberg. They could have a lot more wins in store before it's all said and done.
I wouldn't be surprised at all given the way they are playing. Team basketball at its finest.
A look at the Magic starting group. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. And it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And these teams have no problem, Steve, going to work on the block, working down low. You can expect, I'm sure, a lot of post-ups as we get this one going.
Yeah, they love to play through the post. They look at basketball like the old school way. If we can draw a double team, that opens it up for wide open shots. But they figured the game is won down there in the trenches, right there on the left and the right block.
And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injuries. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential still.
And one of the pieces of the Jimmy Butler trade this offseason, Zach LaVine finds himself as a prime building block for a rebuilding team. The Bulls see him as a star of the future.
And rightfully so, even given the fact that he's recovering from the ACL surgery. LaVine is young and can grow his game with the team. Hard to get fair value for a player of Butler's ability, but LaVine is a great place to start.
Now Payton following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic. In transition, here come the Bulls. Got a piece of it and stolen by Payton. Fournier in the corner. No good from outside.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to LaVine. Bulls moving the ball around. Mirotic's shot is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Dunn kicks to Mirotic. No good, shot missing. Gordon with the defensive effort. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Vucevic. Chicago grabs the miss, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
You know, their focus wasn't there in that one. Same with the shot selection.
I've seen worse shooting nights, but this was pretty bad, and it obviously cost them the game.
Here's Isaac. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark.
You know, the offense has just looked out of sync. Only 1 of 5 from the field.
Dunn passes to Valentine. The dish to Lopez. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and Greg get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but you know that could change. He says he's working on a three-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brook can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe. The Magic making a switch here. Speights is checked in. Payton with the ball. Now guarded by Dunn. Shoots off the screen. No good off the front iron.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Here's LaVine. Pass to Mirotic. Dunn kicks to LaVine. And LaVine throws it down.
Explosive move there by Zach. Quick first step, then a thunderous finish.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Pass to Isaac. Fires the three. It doesn't go for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. Their last encounter was in Orlando, where they were able to handle the Magic.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
And you can be sure they will be counting on their reserves to step up again in a big way.
And the first one drops. And Aaron Gordon, the athletic Aaron Gordon, playing much of last season at the small forward position during Serge Ibaka's short-lived stint in Orlando.
Yeah, and while he was excited to stretch his skill set, pretty clear it was a bad fit, especially in today's NBA. Gordon is a power forward, period. The Magic invested the 4th pick on him in that 14 draft, and they have to give him minutes at his natural position as his game continues to evolve.
Now here's Payton, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Pass to Isaac, jacks up a three, trains the three-pointer. Isaac's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Magic.
And he's got a quiet confidence about him, doesn't he, guys? I mean, he's thinking about shooting the ball as the pass is coming.
Here's Dunn. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Philadelphia. And the dunk by Lopez.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Here are the Magic now. The Bulls getting the bucket. Speights with it. And he also played a big role in that last game with Detroit.
You know, Maurice Speights, the ultimate pick and pop big. He's good playing off guards with the basketball. Gets a lot of his scores from rolling or pretty much fading off screens. And he's one of the best at it with his timing.
And that one falls for Spates. And for Spates, he added a three-point shot to his repertoire not too long ago, and it's made him an even greater threat as a big man. Steve playing away from the basket.
You know about Spates what I love? He comes in looking to score. Sometimes he's streaky, but when he's hot, he's hot.
Now, here's Valentine. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. The kick out to Lopez over Payton. It's hauled in by the Magic. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
It's one thing to play inspired defense in that situation, but to get in that kind of offensive rhythm away from home, phenomenal. He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Right wing. Valentine dishes to Lopez. Levine for three, and it's Spates with the rebound. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Payton right side. Spates against Lopez. Gordon the pass to Payton. Shot clock at 6. Gordon a screen. Here's Isaac. He doesn't hit that one, so the Bulls will take it the other way. And here is Dunn. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. There's the pass to Levine. Dishes it to Dunn. Over Payton. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Orlando leading. And Fournier kicks to Spates over Lopez, and Spates gets it to go.
Well, first of all, you see the size that he brings. Maurice Spates was an interior player when he entered the league.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Steve, so much of being a great offensive player is learning to draw contact and work yourself to the free throw line. When you look at the league right now, who are some of the best in the league, in your estimation, doing that?
James Harden is one of those guys. He gets to the line, double-digit figures sometimes, free throw attempts. DeMar DeRozan, DeMarcus Cousins. I think Russell Westbrook, because he's such a guy that's in attack mode and he likes contact. The guys who like contact, they get to the line a lot.
Orlando leading by 4. Now here is Augustine. 17 points in his last outing. Grant dishes to Markkanen over Gordon. And again, no good by Chicago.
That's a good opportunity, but he needs to go up a little stronger, in my opinion.
No good from Spates.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
There's the pick. G kicks to Markkanen. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Portis. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Augustine from outside. Markkanen pulls it in.
The defense fortunate there. He's a guy you hate to leave wide open.
Grant against Simmons. Holiday the pass to Markkanen. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And now with this break, here are the premier glass cleaners among rookies over the course of the past month. Lauri Markkanen is second.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff. And for the Magic, it's really been a musical chairs with their coaches. A lot of churning on the roster, but the pieces still have yet to gel. And honestly, it's been a mess.
Here's Azania, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Now Grant passes it to Markkanen. Screened by Grant. Here's G. An absolute bomb from three-point range. And the Bulls lead by 3. And if you're running the Magic, Greg, what's the roadmap to contention?
Well, first and foremost, it's always going to have to start through the draft. I mean, you've got to be able to get core pieces there. And then you want to continue to add perimeter shooting and focus on developing your young talent based on the way the game is played today.
A nice job of converting, but what really makes this play, the lead pass.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Simmons dishes to Spates. To end the run, got a hand on it. And now the fast break, Grant with the ball. Over Simmons, that shot is off.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Spates kicks to Augustine, fires for three, sinks the triple. Augustine's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Markkanen passes to G, over to the wing, and Holiday kicks to Portis. And it's Grant in the corner. The feed to Markkanen. Fires at the elbow. Kept alive. There's Portis. Basket counts. Portis has got 6 points.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
Now here's Spates. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Out to the right wing. Outside Holiday. Off with the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And we'll be back with you shortly. The first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. The Bulls leading by 4. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Magic, Hezonja is out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Vucevic, then it's Simmons. And it's Augustine in at the 1 spot. Mirotic gets the bucket.
The outside shot is effortless for Mirotic. He makes it look so easy.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Orlando Magic do have a stacked front court. They've got plenty of size. Head coach Frank Vogel said, in today's small ball NBA, we think we can beat the heck out of teams in the paint. But shooting has been a hindrance. He conceded we might have to win some games, 68-65. Kevin?
Going against the grain, DA. Thank you. Kicks to Markkanen. Here's G to the middle. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Ooh, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
And you look at the post-up bangers who don't block shots at a high level. More and more we're seeing teams relegate them to that 6-man role off the bench. It'll be interesting to see how that affects a guy like Vucevic who fits that description.
A free throw drops for Augustine. Greg, why is it, do you think, that teams want those more floor-bound, post-up big men like Vucevic coming off the bench?
I think 2 things. First of all, their defensive shortcomings are less exposed playing against other reserves. Also, their ability to create offense on the block has more value with that second unit because that group tends to have their struggles in terms of scoring the basketball.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons.
The numbers now for Nikola Vucevic. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. He's around 18 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists. And I'm not sure he can play any better than he has. I mean, surprising a lot of people with this play here of late.
Therein lies the question. Has he reached a new level in his game, or is this just a hot streak that'll eventually cool down? We'll see.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Augustine with it. He's got 5. Simmons sets a screen for Augustine. And Simmons kicks to Fournier from 12 feet out. No good off the back of the rim. The Bulls leading by 7. LaVine for 3. Again, LaVine missing. Simmons dishes to Augustine. Picked by Vucevic. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls. Robin Lopez is checked in for Portis. Denzel Valentine comes in for Markkanen. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Grant. Elfrid Payton, he's checked in for Orlando. Picked by Vucevic. Outside, Simmons. Just 4 to shoot. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for the Magic.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the 3-ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take it.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. The shot, no good. In the corner, Valentine with it. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Payton. That's tipped out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Orlando with the ball. 7-point differential. Fournier for 3. Drops in the tray. Fournier's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, he reads the defense well. Makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Smitty, you call college basketball games as well. We know you had a terrific career in East Lansing with Michigan State. We're starting to hear from some players, Ben Simmons for one, critiquing the college basketball system for the financial setup and the stringent eligibility rules. Do you give any credence to these complaints? Is the kid right? What changes you think might be made? It's a loaded question with a lot of answer, I'm sure, to it. But it's certainly on the tip of a lot of people's tongue right now.
And I think it should be. You've had some coaches coming out and saying there's some kind of way to be able to change this system and be able to benefit some of these players. I look at it some way, Kevin, where there's some kind of way you have an insurance policy for these guys or some kind of way that they'll be able to finish their degree, even go on to finish their master's degree as long as they want from any college, not just the college they came from. And I also think some kind of way there should be some kind of financial stipend for these guys.
5 to shoot. Here's Mirotic. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. Mirotic has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. Picked by Vucevic. Payton kicks to Simmons. A 3-ball, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Feeds it to LaVine. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. LaVine's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
LaVine against Fournier. He dishes it to Vucevic. The jump hook controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Isaac's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And how about Isaac? He just attacks the backcourt, especially on the offensive glass, putting that height to good use.
And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Gordon's checked in for Orlando.
Into the Magic, Aaron Gordon.
And here is Mirotic. He's got 5. Just 5 on the clock. Lopez kicks to Dunn. Lets it go from deep. Mirotic's shot is off.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Dunn passes to Mirotic. Levine kicks to Dunn. Over Payton. Kick out to Levine. Here's Mirotic. Gordon with the defensive effort. Orlando's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Here's Simmons. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
First one falls for him. And last season, so many battles going on in the Chicago Bulls organization, Steve, and they weren't all on the court. Hoiberg was in a difficult place, but was given a vote of confidence for this season from that front office.
You know, it had to be hard for Hoiberg as he's had a lot of things working against him. The roster hasn't matched how he has envisioned this offense working. Then infighting with players and management has put him in a tough spot.
They get it back. Levine kicks to Dunn. Down low. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Magic in 3rd.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Levine dishes to Mirotic. He kicks it to Valentine. Mirotic against Gordon. For 3, Levine. The offensive rebound, Lopez. And it's blocked by Gordon.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Fournier against Levine. The dish to space. Orlando moving the ball around. Gordon with the screen for Payton. The teardrop falls in. Payton's got his first 2 points.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Dunn kicks to Valentine. Outside, Levine. Tries to snap the cold streak. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
So for the Bulls, Markkanen comes in for Mirotic, and G's subbed in for Dunn. And the Magic making a change here as well. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Isaac. And Evan Fournier out of France, an instinctive offensive player, Greg.
Yeah, favorite player growing up was Manu Ginobili, and you can see some similarities in their games. Fournier possesses long-range shooting, but also able to handle and put pressure on the D with the dribble.
And Smitty, every NBA player who plays as long as you did has a moment where they realize Father Time has caught up with them. Was there a specific moment for you, for instance, when you realized that you had to retire, or you were being asked to retire?
Hey, Kevin, great question. It happened all in one sequence.
Oh, really?
I was playing the power forward position. Imagine that. I started in this league as a point guard. I go to the power forward position. I step out to hedge on Jamal Crawford. He throws it through my leg and keeps it and lays it up. I look over at Bernie Bickerstaff, and he nodded and said, "You know what, Smitty, it's time." I said, "Golly, coach, in the game, in the middle of the game." But that moment, I realized the game was passing me by with these young guys. And me and Jamal Crawford has talked about it. It was one of those moments when I didn't even react. I knew my reaction skills were gone.
That's an amazing story. He feeds it to Spates.
And that's his third foul. The chance you take leaving him in with 2. Let's see if they'll sit him now until the half.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
A well-traveled big man. Maurice Spates has played for a lot of teams. He is definitely comfortable in his role of shooting the basketball.
DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Now here's Valentine. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Levine against Fournier. Pass to Augustine. Dishes to Spates. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display.
In the corner, it's Levine to the left side wing. G kicks to Levine. It's hauled in by the Magic. Spates has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's stolen by G. 1:39 left in the first half. Levine kicks to G. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 6 points for G. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Spates sets a screen for Augustine. Pass to Gordon. Fournier in the corner. Spates sets a screen. The 15-footer, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Some changes for Chicago. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez, and it's Grant in for Levine. Chicago leading. Now Grant looking for his first basket still in this one. And stolen by Spates. And up the court come the Magic on the break. And Augustine kicks to Hezonja. Knocks it loose. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I like to see that. Taking it up strong in traffic.
A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Portis kicks to Markkanen. Here's G. Guarded by Augustine. Portis, the pass to G. Back to Portis. 6 to shoot. Tries a 3. It's hauled in by the Magic. Spates has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Hezonja. That one a little long.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Here's Markkanen. Gordon with the defensive effort. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Magic lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Elfrid Payton. EP, you saw the floor and found the open man in the first half. What's enabled?
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Hey
Show.
again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. In the second quarter, they erased what had been a fairly big deficit at one point, and now here they are sitting. And that wraps up halftime.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well. And here are the Bulls now. They can look forward to the Quicken Loans Arena after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That's game one of a 3-game road trip. Dunn and Levine, their backcourt. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. And it's Valentine in at the small forward spot. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Well, last season, there seemed to be a disjoint between the Bulls players and the coaching staff in the front office. Made for a lot of off-the-court distraction, it seemed like, Smitty, and took the wind out of their sails.
You're right. There were a lot of rumors and accusations going around as to why there was a rift. I can tell you this, when things are that sour, it is hard to focus on basketball. Hopefully the Bulls can put that behind them.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
There's the pass to Dunn. Here's Mirotic, drills the three-pointer. Mirotic has got 8.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Isaac from past the arc. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists now in this one.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Dunn misses. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Fournier kicks to Payton from downtown. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
He does a great job, in my opinion, of finding space along the perimeter and has the touch to knock these down.
And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Oh, great ball movement there. And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, of Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
Vucevic checked in for Maurice Spates. And the story for Jonathan Isaac. As a sophomore in high school, Greg, he stood 6'3" and played guard. He hit a growth spurt, as you can see.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I think what I notice most is that he's retained not just the perimeter skill, but also the fluidity. I mean, he's light on his feet and really moves well. Remember, there was another guy that was a point guard that had a nice growth spurt. I think his name was Anthony Davis.
Mirotic. Here's Dunn, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
I love seeing Dunn use his creative side to get these calls. He is simply amazing at putting defenders in a tough spot.
Well, one reason this Bulls team had such a tough time getting easy wins last year, it was their shooting. Second lowest made threes in the league. Just didn't have the personnel to make it happen.
The Magic making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Valentine dishes to Levine. Valentine passes to Levine. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And for the Bulls and their poor shooting, had to trade some shooters mid-season as well. In fact, Smitty ended with the lowest effective field goal percentage in the NBA.
Not having shooters, that will do that to you. Overall, had a bottom 10 rated offense. For the offense they want to run, they are going to need better threats outside.
Spates checked in for the Magic.
I mean, thinking back to where Levine was drafted, 13th overall, raised some eyebrows, but it was all about upside.
Pass to Isaac, takes a 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Here's Valentine. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Payton. Here's Isaac. He's got 17. The 11-footer, and it's Payton. That time on the assist by Gordon. Payton's got his second basket.
What I'm trying to figure out, why was their defense so much more suffocating in the first half? This does not look like the same team at all.
Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Mirotic.
Well, we know that this team can shoot a lot better from deep. But tonight it's just not there for them. They can keep firing and hope they can shoot their way out of this funk. But if they continue to shoot it like they have from beyond the arc thus far, they'll just be beating themselves.
Here's LaVine, and LaVine throws it down.
You know, he's a triple threat in the open court. He can beat you from the inside, outside, and everything in between.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Simmons against LaVine. Passes to Payton. Now the feed to Spates. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 5 assists tonight.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
To the left wing for the 3. Mirotic's shot is off.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
The Magic get another chance here. Payton outside. Kicks it to Spates. Left side, Gordon. Stolen by LaVine. Feeds to Mirotic. Fires the 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And not a night he's going to want to remember. Just not really able to score the basketball.
Gordon a screen. Back to Simmons. He dishes it to Spates. Clock at 4. And it's sent back by Lopez. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And LaVine, here we go. And then LaVine with the jam.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Greg, it's been a long rebuild for the Magic, but they really feel they've got a plan in place.
Well, you heard the front office talking that they're going to win at least one championship by the year 2030. And I got to say, that's an interesting quote, to say the least. I mean, I have heard of a 5-year plan, but a 13-year plan? I guess you'd call that building for the long term.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Chicago. Grant comes in for Chris Dunn from about 16, and it's Vucevic missing.
He likes to work that in-between area, upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
LaVine kicks to Mirotic. Another shot. Markkanen, he can't get that one to fall. Gordon with the defensive effort. Shot from 12. Fouled in the act of shooting. A 3-point play chance coming up.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The free throw drops for Gordon. Bulls trailed by 9. To the left wing. Mirotic the pass to Portis. And he slams it one-handed.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Vucevic is screen on Grant. Stolen by Markkanen. They're running. Augustine with the steal. Vucevic setting the pick for Augustine. And a wide open look for Simmons. But they'll get another chance. And that one, good. Vucevic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Magic.
Fantastic positioning on that offensive board. Then right back up.
Grant with the ball. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's the 3. They grab their own miss. There's Portis. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Vucevic, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Biyombo is checked in for Vucevic. And he makes the first. So he hits 1 of 2 from the strike. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That is his first foul of the game. And Orlando making a change here. Isaac's checked in. Here's Azania, covered by Mirotic. The dish now to Augustine. Lets a floater go.
And how about marketing, using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Bulls trail by 8. And here is Grant. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Levine kicks to Portis. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
That's nice patience by Zach LaVine, finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
And he knocks down the first one. G's checked in for the Bulls. And a change for the Magic. Fournier is checked in for Simmons. And he can't hit the second.
I'll tell you what, his shot's off, but the rest of the team is on. That's why they're still winning.
Hey, Steve Mirotic came over to the NBA. He had an immediate impact and showed a lot of promise to grow. Unfortunately, he has been stagnant since his strong rookie season. Any idea why?
Mirotic is just a bit of what you see, what you get kind of player. Not terribly consistent game to game or shot to shot. Can stretch the floor, but doesn't give you much else.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And going back to his numbers from just a season ago, he was knocking it down at a 77% clip.
Never lacking for confidence. Nikola Mirotic, a seasoned veteran of European play. If he has the ball, he's looking for a shot.
Gordon with a screen on Mirotic. Here's Azania, covered by Mirotic. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Isaac. A three-pointer off the mark.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
They get it again. Grant shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Gordon a screen. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. Back to Fournier. There's the screen. He feeds it to Augustine. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And they're pushing it up. Here's Grant. Here's Markkanen. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Markkanen's got 6.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
And that one, good. And it's that one, good. And it's 9 points for Aaron Gordon.
A lost art in this game. Terrific bounce pass.
Grant kicks to G. Seconds left in the third quarter. Scooped up. Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Well, the explosive moments, the quick change of direction, a lot of stress put on the body.
Valentine's checked in for Mirotic. Ben Simmons is checked in for the Magic. Seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Grant outside. Markkanen in the corner. Count that bucket. He's got 8.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Isaac. Here's Simmons. Gordon, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Magic lead by 3.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Play for each other, creators and receivers. Okay? Share the ball. Here we go.
Want everyone on the same page offensively. Frank Vogel saying to each man, do it for your teammates.
And, you know, I love the fact that he's promoting the spirit, the camaraderie between his guys. And when they're working together, they are a lot harder to stop.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Moment here now for an injury report.
Guys, I was able to talk with the head athletic trainer of the Bulls. He told me it looks like he broke his toe, and that's why he's in so much pain. We're well into this season, and that is the last thing this team needed. And that's going to make things much harder for them down the road. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
I know he'll fight back hard to get back on the floor. He wants to be out here with his teammates.
Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt. Simmons is out there with Isaac, and it's Gordon in at center. That free throw good for Markkanen.
And Markkanen is showing the aggressiveness you like to see in a guy with his skill set. Somebody who doesn't lack confidence when he shoots the ball.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis, and Chris Dunn subbed in for Grant. And a switcher also for Orlando. Payton's checked in. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Markkanen. Here's Lopez. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Now here's Payton. Defense right on him. Pass to Isaac. Three-pointer. Tries again. And Gordon with the lay-in. Good. Gordon's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Now we can say it. He's a completely different shooter this half. Much more confidence, much more success.
G dishes to Lopez. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from G.
Amazing how he gets this one to go. Size doesn't matter.
But it can in the painted area. Regardless, he's crafty enough to get up a good shot.
Now here's Payton. Pass to Isaac. Lets the three fly. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Markkanen. Simmons pulls it in.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play.
And the second chance effort by Gordon. And the Magic lead by 6.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
There's the screen. Dunn passes to G. Buries it from three-point range.
And a good judge of spacing. Sees he can get it off over the taller man.
This is how he makes his living, making those judgment calls, understanding the opportunities.
Pass to Fournier. From 12 feet out. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And stolen by Gordon. Outside, Simmons. He kicks to Payton. Dishes to Gordon. And it's off from three-point range. Bulls trail by 3. And it's blocked by Gordon. It's Fournier on the wing. Pulls up on the wing. Payton outside. Simmons sets a screen for Payton. And stolen by Valentine. Here's G. And it's blocked by Gordon. Now here's Fournier. He's tightly guarded. Took him no time at all on that one.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. The pass to Valentine. To the wing on the left. Dunn, wide open, he fires. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And that's from beyond, guys. Right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
And stolen by Dunn. The kick out to Lopez. Passes it to G. Back to Lopez. Shot clock at 3. The shot by Valentine, no good.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Here's Fournier, the putback, and the second chance effort by Gordon.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Aaron Gordon.
He's kept a lot of their possessions alive with his work on the offensive glass. You can't measure what that kind of effort means to a team. Not just in terms of the second chances those rebounds create, but also for the example it sets.
Levine's checked in for G. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to listen in on what Fred Hoiberg told his team. He does not think they're giving him everything. He said they've been faster to us all night. Loose balls, rebounds, everything. We gotta wake up. It's slipping away, and we're letting it happen. We gotta seize this game. We'll see if he lit a fire under them, guys.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And Isaac, great job there of putting the defense in a bad way, forcing the foul with that move.
And the first one at the line is good. Spates checked in for Jonathan Simmons. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
And Levine, here we go. Now, here's Dunn, covered by Payton. Dunn dishes to Levine. Shoots it up. And that one comes up a bit short.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Fournier's shot is off. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Markkanen. The feed to Dunn. Kicks to Levine. Lopez a screen. And Levine, here we go. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Levine's got 5 points now in the quarter. Orlando's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Spates. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
And that's how you get to the line. Be aggressive. Force them to foul you. Way to go, Spates.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Spates.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
Markkanen passes to Dunn. And it's Markkanen top of the key. And he banks in the layup. And he's now got the double-double. 11 points and 10 rebounds.
And Markkanen continuing to improve inside. I mean, utilizing his height. The D has a tough time matching up with somebody with his skill set.
Payton outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's good from Payton. And both free throws good for Payton. Bulls trail by 4. Now Dunn. Levine kicks to Markkanen and stolen by Gordon. Only one man back on D. Here's Fournier. Yep, that one goes. And the Magic lead by 6. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Outside, Levine. They set the pick. Valentine dishes to Markkanen. He can't get that one to fall.
Poor decision to force that one. The defense is right there because of a terrible pick.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And now a 9-point Magic lead.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Feeds to Spates. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Back to Payton. Launches a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Dunn kicks to Levine. To the paint. It's tipped. Here's Lopez. Banked in off the glass. Lopez has got 4 this quarter.
And that soft touch of Lopez makes things easy for him down there.
Pass to Isaac. He dishes it to Gordon. He feeds it to Spates. Over Lopez. No good from Spates. The Bulls shooting not great, 40% for the game. Levine kicks to Markkanen. Here's Payton. Floats one up, and the shot goes down. Done with it. Levine for 3, and it's Spates with the rebound. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
They get the rebound. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
The dish to Dunn. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Markkanen. And stolen by Gordon. And here is Payton. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the